Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to be exploring abandoned hospitals. Now, if you're anything like me, abandoned hospitals have always been a fascination. Hospitals are supposed to be a place of healing, where people go to recover from illnesses and injuries. But when a hospital is abandoned, it can feel eerie and almost haunting. So, we're going to explore what's left of these buildings and try to uncover their stories. History of abandoned hospitals. First, let's talk about the history of abandoned hospitals. Many of these buildings were constructed in the early 20th century, when medicine was advancing rapidly. Hospitals were built to accommodate large numbers of patients and staff, and they often included state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. But as medical technology improved, many of these older hospitals became obsolete and were left abandoned. Exploring abandoned hospitals. Now, let's talk about exploring abandoned hospitals. It's important to note that exploring abandoned buildings can be dangerous, and we highly recommend that you do not attempt it on your own. If you do choose to explore an abandoned hospital, make sure you wear protective gear and have a friend with you. When you enter an abandoned hospital, you'll likely find that it's in a state of disrepair. The building may be covered in graffiti, broken glass, and debris. You may also find old medical equipment, furniture, and personal belongings left behind by staff and patients. It's important to be respectful of the building and its history. Take pictures and document what you find, but don't damage anything or take anything with you. Remember, these buildings are abandoned for a reason, and they may not be safe to explore. Stories of abandoned hospitals. Now, let's talk about the stories behind abandoned hospitals. Many of these buildings have a rich history, and they've seen a lot of life over the years. Some hospitals were used as military hospitals during wartime, while others were mental health institutions. One example of an abandoned hospital with a fascinating history is the Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts. The hospital was opened in 1878 and was originally called the State Lunatic Hospital at Danvers. It was designed to be a self-sufficient community for patients, with its own farm, power plant, and water supply. Over the years, the hospital became overcrowded and understaffed, and patients were subjected to inhumane treatment. The hospital was eventually closed in 1992, and the building was left abandoned. Today, the site is a popular spot for urban explorers and ghost hunters. So, that's a brief look at exploring abandoned hospitals. These buildings may be abandoned, but they still have a story to tell. Just remember to be safe and respectful when you explore them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.